Good morning, student. In our previous period, we started that exercise 6 in our English workbook. Okay. So, in this we are doing unit 2. So, in this now up to 8 we completed. Now we are going to start that 8th one which is given in our workbook. Okay, that is trim or shake, shiver. Write down now. 6th. Now you people be ready with your notebook and now start writing with me. In our previous period we completed up to 7th one. So now I am going to start from 8. Okay, as we are doing exercise 6. Okay, so now in this exercise 6 up to 7 we completed. So 8 trim or we have to find out 2 synonyms from the given word box. So shake and shiver. Then after 9 account, description, then after next word is narrative, then next one write down manage, control, conduct. Okay, so in exercise 6 what we have to do? We have to write down 2 synonyms from the given box. Okay, inside the box we having so many words and from that we have to find it out 2 synonyms word for the particular given words. Okay, now next exercise, that is 7. The question is that rewrite each sentence in the passive form. We have to write down the given sentences in the passive form. So first one, they did not see her. She was not seen by her. Clearly given that passive form. We have to change sentences into the passive form. Okay. Then next one. Next, write down 2. His wife woke him up. So write down answer. He was woken up by his wife. Then 3, they saw the sea rising. They saw the sea rising. So answer, rising sea was seen by them. Then next one, four, he heard cries for help. He heard cries for help. So answer, cries for help was heard by him. Then after, next one, next sentence, they brought her to Port Blair. Answer, she was brought to Port Blair by them. Then next sentence, six, something hit him on the sea. Something hit him on the head here, on the head. So change into the passive. Answer, he was hit by something on the head. Then after, 7, he put the television television down on the ground. Answer. The television was put down on the ground by him. Then after, next one, next sentence, write down 8. Animals can sense an approaching danger. Answer. An approaching, first of all, what comes? Subject, that is the object of the which voice? Active voice, and it is clearly given in the sentence that we have to change in which voice? Passive form. Okay, so an approaching danger can be sensed by animals. Okay, so here this exercise is complete. Now for few minutes just focus in your workbook, in workbook page 18. Okay, so you people just open it. Now see the next exercise that is given, that 8th one. We have 5 senses that help us to know things around us. These 5 senses are sight, touch, taste, hearing and smelling. So we know very well that 5 sense of organs in human body. Yes, and you people already learn about this in your science also. But sometimes we come to know of something without using any of these senses, and but sometime what happen that we are not going to use all these senses, and then also we come to know something. We call it the sixth sense. And what we call it? Sixth sense. For example, now example is given. One morning you feel that something not good is going to happen to you. Okay, one morning you feel that now today something is not going to good happen to me. Then actually you have an accident, and then suddenly you have an accident. You can say that your sixth sense had foretold you about it, and suddenly you met an accident. So now you can say that my sixth sense told me in the morning that yes, something is going to be bad with me today. Yes, it happens with almost each one of us. Has this ever happened to you also? And these things are happen with all of us that something someday we feel that this thing is going to be happen, and that thing is actually going to be happen in a real way. Yes, so what we call it that is my sixth sense. My sixth sense give me that information, that from my sixth sense we come to know. Okay, so the question is that has this ever happened to you also? Now see, relate briefly some real or imaginary experience in a few words. Now space is given, you have to write down your real experience or imaginary experience in a few words. So this exercise you have to do by yourself. Okay, write down one incident in which you can say that yes, my sixth sense worked in this. Okay, imaginary experience also you can write down, or the real experience also you can write down. Okay, so here our unit 2 from workbook is complete just now. From textbook it is already completed. Now I am going to start chapter 1 from our supplementary reader. Okay, so now you people open your supplementary reader, it so happened, and in that open chapter 1. Okay, so first we are going to do explanation portion. So now you have to open your supplementary reader in English. Open it. Supplementary reader. Okay, so you just open your supplementary reader. Okay, and in this you open chapter 1. Yes. So now pay attention in your book. Firstly we are going to do explanation portion of the chapter. So the first chapter is how the camel got his hump. The world had just begun and the animals were working for humans. Yes, as the world just started and animals started working for the human. There was one lazy animal that did nothing and said nothing but hum. And there was one lazy animal, they did nothing, doing nothing and said nothing and say nothing but only the word hum. Even the clever Djinn was his wits' end. In the beginning, when the world was new and the animals were just beginning to work for men, there was a camel and he lived in the middle of a howling desert. Howling, that we can say the silently desert where no one can with a camel. Okay, live alone, that howling desert, because he did not want to work. So where that camel live in howling desert. Why? Because he don't want to do any work. So that's why he lived that alone from others. He ate sticks and thorns and prickles, and when anybody spoke to him, he said, just in this way and no more. Only the one word he said, okay. Presently, the horse came to him on Monday morning. Now, one morning, horse came to him with a saddle on his back, saddle that the rider sit on the horse back, that is the saddle, on his back, and said, "Camel, O camel, come out and trot like the rest of us." Trot, that means you have to be walk like us, faster walk. Okay. Whom said the camel, and the horse went away and told the men. So camel said nothing else, only the one word, that is whom. Then after, horse went away and told whatever that thing to the men, informed to the men. Presently, the dog came to him with a stick in his mouth and said, "Camel, O camel, come and fetch and carry like the rest of us." So, said the camel, and the dog went away and told the man. So, same thing is happened with the dog also. When dog said to camel that fetch and carry like the rest of us, then only the one word speak by the camel, that is said the camel, and the dog went away and whatever the thing informed the man. Presently the ox came to him with the yoke, that is now hanging on the ox neck for using plowing, okay, on his neck, and said, "Camel, O camel, come and plow like the rest of us." Whom said the camel, and the ox went away and told the man. At the end of the day, the man called the horse and the dog and the ox together and said, "O tree, I am sorry for you, but that thing in the desert can't work." Means that word is not going to be worked in the desert. Okay. Or he would have been here by now. So I am going to leave him alone, and you must work double time to make up for it. Means that camel is not ready to do anything. Okay. So now what you have to do? You have to do double work on behalf of himself. That made the three very angry, and they held a panchayat on the edge of the desert, and the camel came chewing curd, that thing that when in the some animals the thing is what, when the food is in the inside of the stomach and then bring up that food on again into the mouth and chew, that is curd, and laughed at them, and means we say na, in wrong attitude manner when we give some smile to someone, okay, in that way. Then he said, and went away again, and only speak this word, and went away again. Presently there came along the jinn, it's jinn, okay, spirit we can say, who was in charge of all deserts rolling in a cloud of dust. So you know very well how jinn appearances, okay. Jinn of all deserts said the horse, "Is it right for anyone to be ideal?" Then he said that it is right to be anyone to be ideal that not doing anything. "Certainly not," said the jinn. "Well," said the horse, "there is a thing in the middle of your desert with a long neck and a long legs, and he hasn't done a stroke of work since Monday morning he won't trot." Okay, so means talking about camel, that from the Monday morning his ideal only is not doing anything. Who, said the jinn, whistling, that is my camel. What does he say about it? Then jinn whistling and say, that is my camel. What does he say about it? He says, and he won't plow, said the ox. Now what ox said? That he just say and don't wanna plow. Very good, said the jinn. I will him if you will. See, this word, if in a English we read now, it's like whom. Yes, but when the sound like that, okay. If you will kindly wait a minute. Now, the jinn remonstrated with the camel, who said whom. The camel's beautiful back suddenly grew a lump, which was the camel's hump. The jinn assured the camel his hump would always be a help, not a hindrance. Now, the jinn rolled himself up in his dust cloak. Dust cloak, that is the loose jacket. Okay, the loose coat, and dust, we can see this, the appearance of the jinn in the TV serials, in the movies also, how he appeared, okay, and took a walk across the desert and found the camel looking at his own reflection in a pool of water. So at that time what camel is doing? Camel is looking at his own reflection in a pool of water. My friend, said the jinn, what's this I hear of your doing no work? Then jinn said to the camel that what I am going to hearing about you, that you are not doing anything, any work. The jinn sat down with his chin in his hand, means he put his hand in his chin, okay, while the camel looked at his own reflection in the pool of water. And at that time what camel is doing? Camel is busy in seeing his own reflection in the pool of water. You have given the 3 extra work ever since Monday. So from the Monday morning you have given 3 extra work, all on account of your idleness, said the jinn. And he went on thinking with his chin in his hand, and he is thinking, jinn is thinking, okay. Okay, so student, in this period up to this much I stop here, okay. Now further we will continue in our next period. Thank you, goodbye.